A very good evening to all of you and welcome to this special masterclass on how to make sure that every single of you who is attending this webinar is financially free over a period of time, right? I'm Dr. Sujit Pardeshi. If I'm clearly audible and visible to all of you, type hi or good evening in the chat box so that I'll come to know that I'm clearly audible and visible to you, right? Wonderful. So guys, I'm so happy and excited to see you all for this wonderful special session on financial literacy exclusively for doctors, right? And if you want your chat to be visible to everyone, just address your chat to the everyone. If you address it to host and panelist, only I'll be able to see it, right? So a very good evening to all of you and welcome to this special session. Right in the beginning, I want to tell you something that you people are special. And yes, I must appreciate your presence here. Think about it, a working day, right? I'm sure you were tired throughout the day, doing lots of patients, and probably you would have gone to bed early, you would have done any other thing, maybe watching some web series on the Netflix or something. So you could have been doing any other thing, but then you had chosen to be here this evening. That shows that you are someone who is really serious about growing your money and becoming financially free. I really appreciate and admire your presence here simply because you have showed up for yourself. You have showed up for your balance sheet and you have showed up for your financial future. So congratulations for being here, right? Then, very important thing, because you are here, I want to share something very interesting with you. Remember, time is the most valuable asset we all have. And when you give your time to someone, you'll end up giving a part of your life that's never going to come back. And because you have given your time here, I promise you that with all the expertise and experience I have about financial literacy, I'm really going to add massive value in this particular webinar. Let me tell you, it's a live session. And I want you to quickly grab your diary and pen or notebook or pen, whatever you use, and take lots of notes. Always remember, a small pen is better than a big memory. This is not going to be yet another boring kind of webinar. There is a massive value which I'm going to share with you. It's a 90-minute session. Make sure that you are here till the last minute. You are here till the last minute because one slide, one bullet point can change your life forever, especially when it comes to money. Okay, so be here, take lots of notes because this evening can potentially change the course of your balance sheet, your financials, and your life forever. And when you are here, I want you to ensure that you don't just sit here and watch this as if you're watching some TV or something. I want you to participate in this webinar. Okay? What do you mean by participate in this webinar? Every single time I tell you to put something in the chat, make sure that you do it. Okay? So don't just sit and watch this webinar. Remember this, no matter which game you are playing, it's always the players who make the history, not the spectators. So I want you to be the players here. Okay? So if you are going to be the player, and if you are going to participate full on in this masterclass, type full on in the chat so that I'll come to know that you are a player. Awesome. Wonderful. Because it's all about playing the game of money, right? Wonderful, wonderful. I'm so happy to see so many full on players here. Wonderful. Guys, one more thing. Just want to know from which city in India or abroad you're attending this masterclass from. Type your city in the chat simply because many of you probably we have never met. It's only Facebook rather than face to face, right? So we have people from Coimbatore, Bhuj, Mumbai, Karimnagar, Patiala, Nasik, Sambhajinagar, Pune, Ahmedabad, Ahmednagar, Ludhiana, Bangalore, Shrirampur, Baroda, Kalyan, Odisha, Ranchi, Mohali, Karnataka, Nanded, wonderful Bangalore, Gandhinagar, Hyderabad, Vijayawada, Kerala, Thane, Hingoli, Chennai, all over the country, right? Wonderful. Guys, welcome, welcome, and welcome. Okay, just want to know now. You told your city to me, right? Just want to ask you one thing. Is it okay if I introduce myself in short, formally? Type okay in the chat box, because my entire presentation is going to be the extension of my introduction. Because tonight I'm going to share a part of my journey, the mistakes I made, why they were so bad, what kind of backfired, like the worst kind of results I went through, especially in the context of money, and how I corrected them. Okay, so I'm actually going to talk about very powerful things, relating it to my real life experiences and my encounters with money. Okay, so there is a lot which you are going to learn in today's session. We are going to talk about why doctors are bad money managers. Okay, what are the common financial mistakes we make, the financial myths doctors have, what are the steps to financial freedom. I'm going to share those 5 steps with you so that you will also understand on which step you are standing as of today, and naturally you will also get the direction where should you go and what should be your next step. So we are going to talk about the steps to financial freedom and naturally your next step of learning. So guys, this is Dr. Sujit Pardeshi, a dentist by profession, an international speaker, bestseller author, and someone who has helped more than 6,000 dentists from 18 different countries to grow their practices by lakhs and millions and crores of rupees over a bit of time. Have been always an invited speaker at different local branch events, state conferences, national conferences, different dental colleges, international conferences as well, different specialty organizations. So it has been a wonderful journey over the last decade or so. Conducted a lot of courses, a lot of pre-conference courses, during this journey. On the way, wrote this wonderful book called New Age Dentalpreneur, Develop the Competitive Age and Build a Profitable Dental Practice. First of its kind, probably only one of its kind, written by Indian dentist or author, forwarded by none other than Dr. Christian Kochman. The book I wrote with Canadian publisher Black Card Books. It's an international bestseller. And the book was launched in the World Dental Show by the hands of then FDI World President from Hong Kong. So it has been a wonderful journey over the last decade. On the way, received numerous awards. This one is a special award I received from the governor of Delhi, because I was a very active member in Rotary International, Junior Chambers International, Indian Dental Association, and whatnot. So it was Rajiv Gandhi Excellence Award for outstanding contribution and distinguished service to the nation. So, it's like wonderful journey, but started in a very small town called Pachora in district Jalgaon in the state of Maharashtra. The population of my town even today is not even 1 lakh. It was hardly 35,000 population town. Born and brought up there, this is where I used to live. This is where I spent my childhood. A 2-room teen shed house, and 11 of us used to live in a joint family. But growing up with this humble background never became an excuse or a reason for me about why I cannot do what I always wanted to do. In fact, it always inspired me to do something big, something better all the time. We have, completely renovated our house, but this one room, I requested my dad to keep it the same. Every single time I go to my hometown, I look at it and I get even more inspired. My town is around 400 kilometers equidistance from Mumbai, Pune. I did my graduation from Bharatiya Vidyapith, Pune. I was one of the top 3 medalists throughout my curriculum in the Pune University at that time. I was getting my MDS by choice in any and every field I wanted. But I didn't do my post-graduation by choice. Imagine, I'm talking about 25 years back. There was so much of scope, right? But I always wanted to do something different. So I went back to my hometown and started Smile Dental Clinic on 14 November 99. This is the photograph of the inauguration day of my clinic. So a typical small chair, single chair, small 240 square feet practice. Okay. And guess what? In these small towns, there is one advantage that you get. Okay. That your practice clicks very fast. Okay. So your practice clicks very fast because it's a small town where everybody knows everybody kind of scenario, right? How many of you can relate to this? Type me in the chat. Those of you who are from small places, you know there is hardly any waiting period and your practice actually clicks very fast. Okay. But then your practice settles and gets stagnated as well. I still remember I started in November 99. By June 2000, I was doing around some 25-30 patients a day. Within 6 months, my daily average number of appointments were around 25 to 30. As if the practice was full set. Okay. And there is something very interesting that happens. Now, when your practice settles, now imagine someone who used to live in that tin shed house starts making, like 1,000, 2,000 rupees every single day. And I'm talking about 99 and 2000. And guess what? You start getting the feeling that I'm successful. I know it. I know everything. मेरे को सब पता है. मुझे सब आता है. Okay? The same thing happened with me. Within less than a year, my practice was set. 6 months rather. Okay? Within 3 years, my entire loans were paid. And I had that extra surplus money. And because guess what? I know everything. Okay. I started investing that money in stock market. Okay. I started investing that money in stock market. And rather than investing, I eventually never ever realized when my broker took me to the trading from investing. Started trading in the stock market. Eventually started trading in the futures and options in the stock market. And then this happened. The big fall of 2008. The subprime crisis hit the United States so hard that the real estate prices in US dropped by 90%. It took the entire world economy along with US economy into the deep recession. Anybody know about it or anybody suffered during that time? Type me in the chat. It was such a ferocious stock market fall. Guys, the stock markets corrected 66% in 2008. And everybody, was bleeding financially. Me was no exception. Simply because I know it. I can trade. I can invest. This guy lost every single penny I had out of 9 years of my savings. I lost every single penny in that stock market crash in the month of Jan 2008. I was bankrupt. So much so that I was minus 2 lakh rupees, not just bankrupt. I literally had to borrow that money from somebody else and pay for those losses. I was shattered. I was devastated. Like, what went wrong? Someone who was always successful, a university topper, roaring practitioner, और ये मेरे साथ कैसे हो सकता है? How can this happen with me? But then there must be something that has gone wrong, that had gone wrong, right? And that is exactly what I realized by March 2008. By the time I could absorb it, digest it, I realized that I was horrible when it comes to financial literacy, knowledge. I was literally horrible. I didn't know anything. And I decided that I am going to learn A to Z about finances. Think about it. Started reading 11th commerce books from March 2008 till October 2008. I read a lot. I learned how to read the financial statements. I learned how to read the balance sheets, how to read the cash flow statements, how to understand the value of a share, whether it is underpriced, overpriced, or fairly priced. Restarted investing in stock market in October 2008 once again. Because see, when you have when you are left with nothing, there is no other way but to start afresh. I started this journey once again. My financial education continued. I attended a lot of courses on fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and within next 4 years, by 2012, I was financially free once again. Imagine. Someone who started practice in 99 was financially free in 2003, went bankrupt in 2008, again became financially free in 2012. I read, Economic Times every day, Outlook Money magazine, Business Times magazine, all the newspapers, the annual reports of the companies, the commerce books, accountings, everything. And guys, you might be wondering, how come a doctor is talking about finances? And this is where it came from. Someone has to go bankrupt in order to understand this and share it with everybody. I just wish those of you who are attending today's session don't make those financial mistakes which I made. Simply because not everybody can bounce equally hard. It's not easy to bounce back, I'll tell you this, and you know it. How many of you think bouncing from financial bankruptcy is very difficult? Type difficult in the chat. Trust me, it's not very easy. I've seen people committing suicide in 2008 stock market crash, going into depressions, had to sell their houses, their shops. I've been there, done it all. It is actually extremely difficult to make it happen. Okay? Not everybody can bounce back. So I genuinely wish that whatever I did as the wrong decisions about financials, you should not do. And in order to help you to do it to the next level, I'll be very honest and transparent with you that whatever I have learned about financials, I have compiled it in one extremely powerful course. And towards the end of this session, I'm going to talk about that one powerful course that I conduct only once in a year. If you think it's going to be useful to you, jump in. Guys, these 4 days will change your life and your financials forever. So it's not that I'm going to just talk about WealthXL in this webinar. I told you to take lots of notes. There is a lot of things which I'm going to cover. And I'll talk about WealthXL as well. Okay? The course value of WealthXL is 79,999 plus GST. But I'm going to give you an absolute mind-blowing webinar special offer to be part of WealthXL in 2024, this year. Okay, because WealthXL every year happens only once in a year. And it has transformed the lives of hundreds and thousands of doctors across this country and abroad. People were super prepared because of WealthXL only to face the tough times in the COVID pandemic. I received so many phone calls, so many blessings, so many messages. So it is only because of you I am what I am and enjoying that lockdown rather than suffering from it. Okay? And even if you don't want to be part of WealthXL, I would tell you something. Still be here till the last moment. because I'm going to share the entire mind map, what all you can learn and what all you need to learn in life about financials. So there is a massive, massive content in this webinar. So let's start and take lots of notes. Make sure that you are here till the 90th minute, right? First thing, why doctors are really bad money managers. Now let me tell you something. It is not just about Indian doctors or dentists. Huh? This applies to the entire world. There were a lot of surveys, a lot of studies which are already done in the Western world as well. By and large, doctors are really bad money managers. How many of you agree, by the way? Type agree in the chat box. That probably you hardly know anything about how to read that balance sheet and all those stuff. Yeah? Doctors are really bad money managers, and world over that's the same thing actually. Yes, Ashweta is right, because we are never ever taught about this any time during our professional journey or academics, right from the first standard till you become a medico, a dentist or whatever. CA Jindabad. Whether he is right or wrong, his advices are right or wrong, still CA Jindabad, simply because you need to be proactive, take charge, and then learn about money. If you do it, great. If you don't do it, you are gone. There are so many bad advisors that are there which give us bad advice simply because we don't know what is the right thing to do. When you don't know what is right, it's extremely difficult, practically impossible to differentiate it from the wrong. Okay, so few of the reasons, because I was a very bad money manager, and few of the reasons that I could actually think of and relate to my own life journey about financials are this. Sorry. Okay, the psychology of money. I'll tell you something. You know, all of us wants to make a lot of money. If yes, type yes in the chat. Okay, if you are someone who really want to make a lot of money, live a great life, type yes. If you want a lot of money, type bigger yes in the chat. That's absolutely fine. Good. Okay, think about it. All of us wants to make a lot of money. Yes, you want to become a millionaire, probably a billionaire. Nothing wrong in it actually. Money is not bad. Okay, money it solves lots of problems, if not all. Okay, but let me tell you something. Our psychology about money is not correct. I'll give you an example. How many of you have seen that when you were growing up, okay, right from your parents to your family members to your relatives, they rarely used to talk good things about money? If yes, type yes in the chat. It's like money is not good. Okay, पैसा सब प्रॉब्लम की जड़ है. Rich people are bad people. पैसा पेड़ पे नहीं उगता. It is so difficult to make money. If you have heard any of these statements, right? Your principles above money. The point is, we all grow up listening not so good things about money. And now when that, yeah, all billionaires are thieves, right? So, and when that happen, on one side, in your real world, you want money, but on other side, your feelings about money are not good. And actually that doesn't apply only to doctors. It is applicable to everyone or majority of the people. Okay? पैसे के बारे में घर पे बात नहीं करना. You don't talk about money at home, on the dining table and all, and so on. So, you know, now think about it. It's like you want something, but your feelings and thoughts about that things are negative. How will you get it? Is there a chance that you will get it? No. Okay? They said money is not everything. And you realize that it is actually a lot. As I said, if it is not everything, it still is a lot. There are a lot of problems which get solved with money actually. Okay? Now, if our psychology is not in alignment with our wish. Whatever you want, lot of money, and you have negative feelings about money, how will you be able to generate lot of money? Right? Because your thoughts becomes your feelings becomes your actions gives you results. So the first thing you need to actually work on is your psychology about money. You need to work on your psychology and align it with the happiness which is associated with money. Okay, few of you might not even understand what I am saying, but I'm sure you have heard all these negative sentences. The second problem why doctors are really bad money managers is we start very late. Okay, as somebody mentioned that we are never taught about money during our school days, college days. We had so many, huge books for our medical dental curriculum. But the point is, once you graduate and post-graduate, you move out of your college, and the next tension you have is to settle down in life. That clinic, that hospital, that marriage, kids, EMIs. And you are so stuck in that many times, for many years, you are not left with any surplus money for investment. If true, type true in the chat box. And by the time your practice settles down, you start building a profitable practice. By the time you just settle down, you are already 30, 35, maybe 40. So we start very late. That is another big mistake. Third big problem is the lifestyle maintenance. भाई डॉक्टर है तो अच्छा घर होना चाहिए. You need a good house because you're a doctor. You need a good phone. You need a good car. If true, type true. Isn't it? So because वो दिखाना पड़ता है, वो लाइफस्टाइल मेंटेन करना पड़ता है. You cannot go to your workplace on second-hand bicycle, right? So the problem is, as you start making money, the surplus money from your practice, the first money always goes in your house, maybe your clinic or hospital place or building that hospital. The first money always go there, and then that phone. And then by that time you want to have a couple of world tours, international trips, isn't it? So when it comes to saving, you have no good savings, no sizable savings for investments. And as Dr. Pallavi said, yes, women have even bigger gap because of pregnancy and small kids they need to take care of, isn't it? So clinic, marriage, children, their school, settlement, no time for money management. In fact, no money for money management, isn't it? Yeah, quality of clothes also become important. So the point is, we are very late starters and the lifestyle maintenance is very high. The fourth important thing why doctors are really bad at managing the money is there is no knowledge. There is no knowledge. Even when you start working, start making money, and you have that surplus money, because you don't have knowledge, you land up investing as per the tips, tricks, secrets which are shared by your brokers. Whether it is a real estate broker, whether it's a stock market broker, whether it's a commodity broker, your insurance agent. Now tell me one thing. All those brokers, they will think about themselves first or they will think about you? Naturally, they will sell you what is beneficial to them, the product which has got more margin. They won't sell you or give you the right mutual fund. They will give you the mutual fund where they get highest commission. They won't sell you the right insurance. They will give you the insurance which gives them highest commission. The same thing applies to ULIPs. So the problem is, because you don't have knowledge about investment, you land up giving your hard-earned money to somebody else or invest in their, as per their recommendations. and everybody can go wrong, and there are no exceptions. When there is a fall, whether it's in real estate market, gold, silver, or stock market, it's your hard-earned money that gets wiped off. And that's not fair. Think about it. It's like buying a brand new car and handing it over to a driver who cannot drive properly. Now tell me one thing, if those brokers would have great knowledge about finances, why they should become brokers? They would have already created wealth for themselves. That's why Warren Buffett always say this, that stock market is the only place in the world where people who travel in cars take advice from the people who travel in the metros and local trains. Because those brokers travel through those metros, right? And they give advice to those people who are the intelligent class of the society, so-called, high IQ people, and who travel in cars, treat patients. Not correct. But the problem is, because we don't know anything, what can we do? Friends, it's your hard-earned money. Don't waste it, because that was the exact mistake that I made. I went to stock market as an investor. Those guys made me trader. When I became bankrupt, nobody came. They only came to recover those 2 lakh rupees extra, apart from whatever money I gave them. Okay? So the point is, you really need to understand few common, financial mistakes that, why we are really bad at managing the money. And the worst part about being a doctor is, we rationalize our bad decisions. Okay? We think that whatever I'm doing is right. And trust me, I was the classic example of that particular thing till, I got it in my face in 2008 stock market crash. When I was investing, I started investing in first mutual fund in 2005. It was all good. Started investing good shares. It was all good. Started trading. And I was like, I know it. Now it has been 2-3 years. I know how to do it. And then trading in futures and options. Even if I was having, losses, little profits, more losses, little profit, and you still justify how you will do it right, how you will figure out what to do, and my next trade will be my best trade kind of scenario. Money doesn't grow on optimism. It's a sensible thing. Okay? I made all those mistakes. And don't rationalize your bad decisions, especially with money. If you have gone wrong, you have gone wrong. That's fine. We have all the right to go wrong in life. Always remember this. The point is, how fast you come back is important. I understood that in Jan. I understood it very well till March in 2008. Studied everything. Became humble. Started respecting the knowledge, the financial literacy, money. Started reinvesting, this time with more wisdom, knowledge, as well as experience, and did wonderfully well after that. Okay, so it's extremely important for us to know that why doctors are bad money managers. Once our psychology about money is negative, we are late starters, our lifestyle maintenance is high, you have hardly any knowledge of investment, wealth creation, financial literacy, and that's why you have to outsource. And the worst part is, you still rationalize your, I know it, मेरे को पता है रे बाबा. So that's the point number 1. Now point number 2. The common financial mistakes which doctors make. Okay, and there are 2 things here. On one side, we have too many of this. Lot of doctors have too many bank accounts. Now, this number of bank accounts actually have gone down in the recent times. Let me tell you, whether bank account or insurance policies. Okay, but a lot of doctors have too many bank accounts. By the way, just want to ask how many bank accounts you have. Put it in the chat box. So whether it is saving account, current account, your family account, or whatever. Okay, 1 2 3 4 13 6. Okay, now guess what, in the WealthXL course I had one participant who had 31 bank accounts. Now, why you should not have too many bank accounts? It's very simple, you know. If you have too many bank accounts, it will be very difficult for you to keep track of all of them. There is some money which is dead, you know, just it's there in your saving account idle, doing nothing for you. You are doing nothing with that money. It's like your own hard earned money lying dead, not invested, not growing. And that's not fair, because you work so hard to make that money. You need to ensure that every single penny you have is giving you more and more money. And that can happen only after investment. When I shared this, I said, see, you should have maximum 2 3 bank accounts. That's it. Maybe your saving account, your clinic's current account, and maybe a joint account of something. That's it. Maximum 2 3 bank accounts. I told that participant to close those bank accounts. He's an implantologist, okay? He closed those bank accounts. And you know how much money was lying idle, dead in those bank accounts? He actually purchased a CBCT with that money, with some little more added money. Imagine. Can you believe this? It's like OMG. Type OMG in the chat if you think that is. He said, sir, I never knew that I had millions of rupees lying dead in my banks. And bank was giving what? Near zero returns. Not worth at all. Near zero returns. He could actually purchase a CBCT. His practice doubled within the next 24 months. So, first mistake, not too many bank accounts. Those of you who have bank accounts in 2 digits, guys, you really need to figure it out. Why you need it? Do you really need it? I'll tell you what, your answer will be no. You genuinely do not need them. Okay? Work on them. Whatever money that is lying idle in those accounts, take that money, put it somewhere. We are in a very good time when it comes to growth. Okay? Because the point is, see, the stock market is at all-time high. Real estate market is booming. Isn't it? Gold, silver, near all-time high. What else you want? Your money in the saving account is not going to give you anything. So don't have too many bank accounts. Second big problem is doctors have too many insurance policies. How many insurance policies you have? Put that number in the chat. I have seen one participant who had 36 LIC policies. Imagine 36 LICs. Okay? And then here somebody is typing none. That is also very dangerous. Okay, those of you who have 0 insurance policies, trust me, it is not correct. Simply because, God forbid, but if something goes wrong, your family members will have to save the assets that you have generated for their survival. A person with a good insurance and 0 assets is better than a person with 0 insurance and a lot of assets, because at the end of it, those assets will be sold. Because every product, financial product, what do you call it as financial instruments? Like insurance is one financial instrument, mutual fund is another financial instrument. Every financial instrument has a reason. So there is a reason why you must have insurance as well. And few of you have like 19, 22, 13 insurance policies. Guys, all those who have those 10, 15, 20, 25 insurance policies, I'm sure you will understand that they all are endowment policies and not term plans. This is a very big mistake. And what are the rate of return on your insurance policies? They are not more than 5-6%. Am I right? They are not more than 5-6%, including the bonus. Now, if that is the case, the problem is, in a country where the inflation is 7%, your 6%, that means minus or zero return. That means you are giving your hard-earned money to those insurance companies at 0% return. Whatever money they give you, it is just they adjust it with the inflation and give you back. That's why those companies become big and we never become rich. You should never have too many insurances. Always remember this. Very, very common mistakes which doctors make. Then, third is too many loans. Lot of doctors have too many loans. बिजनेस लोन है, होम लोन है, कार लोन है, मोबाइल लोन है, पर्सनल लोन है, क्रेडिट कार्ड लोन है. We fail to understand how much huge interest you have to pay for every loan. You should never have too many loans. Remember this. Okay. The fourth mistake is we do a lot of ad hoc investment. What do you mean by ad hoc investment? That means no systematic investment. We don't know how to do it. How many insurance policies we should have ideally? One. One bank account, one insurance policy serve the same purpose as 10 insurance policies. Am I right? And a lot of people make a mistake of having, putting insurance, putting your money into the insurance for saving and investment. Let me tell you, insurance is not for investment. It is never meant for investment. If it is giving you zero insurance, of course, when I am saying insurance, one insurance, that means I am talking about one life insurance. Naturally, you should also have one Mediclaim and all those stuff. Okay. So the point is, if you have too many insurance policies, suppose you have like 15 LICs, what are they going to do? You have one life insurance. If you have 2, 4, 5 Mediclaims, only one, right? Guys, whatever questions you have, hold your questions. I'll answer all your questions in the end. Okay? I'll answer all your questions in the end. Because when it comes to finances, trust me, the questions are endless. Okay? Now, so don't have too many bank accounts, don't have too many insurances, don't have too many loans, do not invest in haphazard ad hoc manner. I have seen participants who did not even know different mutual funds they have purchased. Can you believe that? Okay? Different mutual funds they have purchased. And they found those statements when they were doing that annual Saaf Safai during the Diwali festival, before Diwali festival. Okay? Ashish says, if Yes Bank went bust, better to have more accounts. Not at all. You have your bank account only in one of the top 3 banks in the country, which can never go bust. And if they go bust, the entire economy will go bust. Whether it is SBI, whether it is HDFC Bank, whether it is Kotak Bank. That's why financial literacy is important. Otherwise, you'll end up making some wrong assumptions, Dr. Ashish. Okay? That's why financial literacy is important. Robert Kiyosaki always says this. Financial literacy is power, nothing else. Financial knowledge is power. Otherwise, we start rationalizing our bad decisions, and which is not correct. Anyways, okay? So don't have those ad hoc investments and too much of real estate exposure. Many doctors think that रियल इस्टेट इज द बेस्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट. ओके, रियल इस्टेट कभी नीचे नहीं जाता. रियल इस्टेट ऑलवेज गोज अप. Let me tell you again, this is that rationalizing the bad knowledge probably. It's never like that. There was a time when the real estate is in Japan went down by 90%. There was a time when real estate prices in the country like United States went down by 90%. If that can happen to them, trust me, that can happen to us. Okay, so the point is, real estate always is never a good investment. In fact, very interestingly, you will be surprised after listening to this. The long term return of real estate are always less than the long term return of stock market. Can you believe this? Okay, so you must have that proper knowledge, otherwise we will, with the wrong knowledge, we will make the wrong decisions. Then on the other side, the mistakes we doctors make: no financial planning, or they don't have any knowledge about financial planning. No tax planning. They believe in paying less and less tax. Tax चोरी करते हैं, but tax planning नहीं करते. Doing wrong investments on half knowledge, maybe that Abhimanyu investor. I always call it Abhimanyu investor, just like I was in before 2008. Okay. No retirement planning. We don't even have the slightest idea about how much money you are going to need 20-30 years from now, for your retirement. And the worst thing is, very less stock market exposure. Equity means stock market. Very less stock market exposure. So because we don't understand, we think stock market is bad, share market satta bazaar hai. Not at all. Not at all. It's an ocean of opportunities if you know the right things to do and how to do those right things. It's an ocean of opportunities. And because we keep on making these financial mistakes, the problem is, no matter how many years you practice, you still land up with almost zero money in your bank account. Okay, just listen to this very, very interesting share. One of our participants.
Namaste friends. Myself, Dr. Tejal Purve. I am a dental surgeon practicing in Dombivli, Thane, Maharashtra. मेरी एक छोटी सी स्टोरी है. मेरी वो स्टोरी जैसे मेरी है उतनी है आपकी भी हो सकती है. When I graduated, हम जैसे ग्रेजुएट होते हैं, we take loan, we start our practice, and as we start earning, we start taking more and more loans, start growing, and our income also starts increasing. मेरे साथ भी कुछ ऐसे ही हुआ था. And I am a big saver. I save a lot. तो I was doing a lot of savings. I was having some few loans on my head. And मुझे लगा अब तो मेरी लाइफ एकदम सेट है. 13 years after my practice, I decided to go for renovation of my clinic. Unfortunately, at that time, I had few loans on my head, and I decided that I will not take any more loans now onwards, and I decided to use my savings instead. At the end of the procedure, all I was left with just 20% of my savings and a loan of 25 lakhs on my head. Then मुझे समझ में आ गया कि in spite of being highly educated, professionally qualified, when it comes to finances, I am a अंगूठा छाप. So fortunately, I got an opportunity to meet Dr. Sujit in WealthXL in 2018. In that, in the WealthXL module, he opened a whole new world of finances to me. A stark reality came in front of my eyes. As I started to implement his teachings of WealthXL, my life started becoming super easy. Today, I can proudly say that it was only because of his teachings that, in spite of being in lockdown, in spite of being in pandemic, in spite of practice decreasing, income decreasing, I managed to become debt free in December 2020. Lockdown last year, I never needed to think about my household expenses, my clinic expenses, or even my EMI. My lockdown was my vacation with a peace of mind. Thanks all of this to Dr. Sujit's teachings in WealthXL. फ्रेंड्स, कुछ लोगों को लगेगा शायद ये तो सब मुझे पता है, ये मुझे आता है, मुझे इन सब की ज़रूरत नहीं है. But trust me, even Tendulkar needs a coach even at the peak of his career. And Sujit sir is that coach who teaches us this complicated thing of money in a very simplistic and yet a powerful way. It has changed my life and it will change yours. So what are you waiting for? Just jump in.
Okay, if you think it was powerful, type powerful in the chat. So when I still remember when Dr. Tejal told me, sir, at the end of it, so I had to even bigger loan. My savings were almost wiped off. Not correct. And I, for so many years, she thought that I know about money. It's not like that, guys. And there's a very nice point somebody mentioned here. Yeah, that stock market investment is headache. Seeing market at the time of practice at the same time. Let me tell you, you should and you must never see your investments every day. Think about it. If you buy real estate, do you check every day what is the price of your real estate? Type yes or no in the chat box. If you buy a flat or a plot or a shop, do you check every day what is today's rate? No. When it comes to investment means minimum 5 to 10 years. Anything less than that is not investment at all. Warren Buffett purchased the shares of Gillette and Coca-Cola in 1976-78. He didn't sell them till now. That is called investment. The money goes up 2,000 times. So I hope you are getting my point, guys. If you do trading, you have to see it every day. So don't trade in the stock market. Very simple. Okay. So that's why financial literacy matters. Okay. Now, moving ahead. Okay. So we actually talked about the financial mistakes we make. Let me share with you the myths, financial myths we all have, and very common with the doctors. Number one, I don't need financial literacy because I don't have enough money. How many of you think like this? Type me in the chat. Let's be honest here. Okay, we all are colleagues, right? यार पैसा ही नहीं है, फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी करके क्या करूँ, सीख कर क्या फायदा है? जब पैसे आएंगे तब सीख लूंगा. Guess what? This is the most dangerous statement to make. जब पैसे आएंगे तब सीख लूंगा. When I will have money, I will learn financial literacy. Let me give you the eye opener. Financial literacy is not about money at all. It is about finances. It is not that when you will have money, you learn about money. It is if you learn about money, eventually you will have lot of money. If you got it, type got it in the chat box. One of the biggest myth is this. यार पैसे ही नहीं है सर, फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी क्या सीखे? बस it is only after you learn about money, how to save money, how to grow money, how to plan, how to invest, how to create wealth multifold, then only you will have lot of money. It's never the other way around. Okay, so that's the first myth. Never fall into that trap that I don't have money and that's why I don't need financial learning. If you learn about finances, then you will have money. The second myth, I have too much of money, मेरे पास बहुत पैसा है, तो मेरे को ये financial literacy और planning और SIP की क्या जरूरत है? Anybody like this in this room? Okay, and I have lot of money, why I need financial literacy? The eye opener here is this. Have you heard about inflation? Guys, no matter how much money you have, I hope you know this. The average inflation in our country is 7% per annum. What does it mean? Your value of your money goes down by 7% per year. Anything which you can purchase for 100 rupees this year, you will need 107 rupees next year because of the inflation. That means the value of that 100 rupee note actually becomes 93 because you have to add 7 rupees to it. If you understood, oh yes, type oh yes in the chat. So if you have lot of money and if your money is not growing, see, making money is one thing, huh? Growing money is different. Even if you have a lot of money and your money is not growing, that means your money is going down 7% in value every year. With all honesty, you are becoming poorer by 7% every year. I hope you got that. So having money is not the solution, is not the answer. Growing money is the answer. Okay? So don't have this myth that I have too much of money. Inflation will erode everything. And the third thing, I don't have time. It's always said, busy people are lazy people. They don't take charge and do it themselves. No. Guys, the eye-opener is very simple. It is your hard-earned money. You need to take charge of your hard-earned money and learn about finances. Otherwise, somebody else will come, enjoy your money, make money on your money, and you will go bankrupt. Or you will remain average throughout your life. It's time. Interestingly, the new year has started. New financial year is starting from 1st of April. It's time that you learn about money, take charge of your money, no matter how less money you earn. Learn financial literacy, start investing, and eventually growing that money. Okay? Now, let me tell you 5 financial stages so that you will understand at which stage you are as of now. Okay? When it comes to financial stages, the stages of financial freedom, the first stage is when you are new, young, start practicing, and where you are dependent. Dependent on what? Dependent on your parents or borrowing, taking loans, because when your practice is new, your expenses are higher as compared to your income. Now, when your expenses are higher, that means every month you have to put money from your pocket. That is the stage 1. So few of you in this room might be at stage 1. That your practice is still not profitable. Okay? Then comes the stage 2. It is financial independence, where your income is slightly more than your expenses. That means it's like almost same kind of scenario, but you don't have to put anything from your pocket. So that is the stage of financial independence, कि जहाँ पे कम से कम कुछ तो आ रहा है या जेब से नहीं जा रहा है. Nothing is going from my pocket. Okay, so that's the second stage. Now, going ahead, the third stage, where your income is way higher, at least a sizably higher than your expenses. That means at least 20% of your income, the revenue, goes in savings. You are a financial investor, because that is only then you have something to invest. So if your savings are more than 20% of your income, you are investor at stage 3. Then the stage 4 is financially freedom. The financial freedom is the stage where your passive income is more than your expenses. What do you mean by passive income? The income from dividend, interest, rent, the income for which you don't have to work is called passive income. When your passive income is more than expenses, now imagine, what does it mean? It means every single money you make in your clinic every day goes in saving, because your passive income is taking care of all the expenses. That is where you become financially free. And what is the last and the dream stage of financial? And that is financial abundance. See, when you are at stage 4, financial freedom, you start becoming rich. And financial freedom is when your passive income is more than your active income. Imagine when your passive income is more than active income. I hope you are getting my point. That means if you are working, probably you are making whatever money you are making. And if you are not working, your money is making money for you. Okay? That is called passive income. And when your passive income is more than your active income, then you become financially abundant. You become super rich. Okay? Now, just want to ask one thing. Which stage of financial freedom you are? Type that number in the chat. Whether you are at stage 1, where your expenses are higher than income. Stage 2, where they are almost same. Stage 3, where your profit margins are more than 20%. Stage 4, when your passive income is more than active income and expenses. And stage 5, when your passive income is more than your active income. A lot of you are at stage 2 and 3. Good to see a couple of you at stage 4. It's perfectly okay if you are at stage 1, because start at this stage, you know the direction now. Your first aim is to go to stage 2, where you don't have to put anything from your pocket. Now see, those of you who are at stage 1, you also need to work on growing your practice. Those of you who are at stage 2, you also need to learn on growing your practice. Not just income expense equal, making it profitable. Those of you who are at stage 3, you need to learn financial literacy immediately. Because now you have that surplus money, and if you don't have financial knowledge, you will land up investing in the wrong way. If you invest in the wrong way, the problem will be you will land up losing the money. Those of you who are at stage 4, it's your time to learn financial literacy even in depth and harder, so that you create bigger opportunities of investments for yourself, and then you have the financial abundance. I hope you are getting my point. Powerful, isn't it? Now, after these stages, I want you to write this down, where all you need to do the financial goal setting. Irrespective of your age, you need to do financial goal setting for your kids' education, for your kids' settlement, to fulfill your bucket list. That means your wish list. Whatever, I want to travel the world, I want to have this kind of house, I want to have that kind of car, whatever. Okay. Then very, very important, your health issues, especially as you grow older, and retirement. Never underestimate the retirement age as well as the longevity of your life, how much you're going to live, and the expenses you will have to be prepared for at the time of retirement. Very, very important. Okay. And that's why financial goal setting is very, very important. I would just like to show you a very powerful, video from one of our orthodontist participants about financial goal setting.
Hi, I'm Dr. Rahul Baldeva, practicing orthodontist since past 11 years in Rauri, a small town in Maharashtra. From 2006, I started practicing, and the initial investments were for the purpose of saving tax. As the flow increased, as the surplus increased, investments were done in an ad hoc manner. I did not know why I was investing the money. 2017 was an year of financial enlightenment for me. This was the time when I attended WealthXL by Dr. Sujit Pardeshi. Sir's concepts in WealthXL were so simplified, it was like a do-it-yourself type of financial things for all of us. He taught finances in a simplified, organized, and a very systematic manner. Of all the different concepts, goal-based investment was one of the things that I started following. And believe me, friends, I can firmly say that I am on my path of achieving all my goals and my journey towards financial freedom. And this is all because of the financial knowledge, the financial education I got by this course, WealthXL by Sujit sir.
Okay, so very, very important. All of us have to go through every stage of life. Okay, all of us have to go through every stage of life, including, okay, marriage, kids, their education, their settlement, your old age, the health issues, and fulfilling your wish list. All of us have to go through it. This slide, if you get it right, it will change your life forever. Okay, now I'm just see whatever financial goals you have, they are at the top. I want you to write down in the chat, what did you understand from this slide? If you get it right, you are on the way. What did you understand from this slide? Put it in the chat box. Oh, wonderful. Dr. Rashmi says, start investing early. Plan early. Young people have more time to fulfill the goals. Wonderful. Let the goals difficult the task. Okay. Older you start, steeper the climb. Perfect. The biggest lesson that I want to give you from this particular slide is, if you start early, it's very easy. It's reasonably easy to fulfill all your financial goals. If you start late, the slope becomes steeper. If you start very late, it becomes extremely difficult. Okay. All of you are almost right, like many of you. Simple thing, start early. Now, what do you mean by start early? What is the early? Jab jago, tab savera. Tonight or tomorrow morning. Now, don't think, gosh, I would have learned this, or I should have seen this slide 20 years back, 10 years back, 5 years back. I wish I had attended this webinar 5 years back. Forget about it. What is early for you and me now? Tomorrow morning. Okay, very, very important. And then let me tell you something. An extremely powerful, principle that I understood. I was just watching TV long back. There was an advertisement. And that advertisement opened my eyes like anything. Just have a look at this. Listen to it carefully.
बड़े वाले सोफे के लिए, छोटू की कोचिंग क्लास के लिए, पुरानी छत की मरम्मत के लिए, नई वाली कार के लिए, सुमन की शादी के लिए। बचाए पैसे खत्म हो जाएंगे, लेकिन जरूरतें नहीं।
एक चीज मैंने सीखी है, पैसे बचाने से नहीं, बढ़ाने से सपने साकार होते हैं।
How many of you found the last sentence extremely powerful, type powerful in the chat? पैसे बचाने से नहीं, बढ़ाने से सपने साकार होते हैं. Always remember this. Savings will never make you rich. It will only fulfill your needs. It will never fulfill your wants. Savings will never make you rich. You will never be able to fulfill your bucket list, your wish list, only on saving. Because saving, actually, if it is in the cash, it goes down by 7% every year. It's only when you start growing your money, your dreams, your wishes will come into reality. Right? It's very, very important. And therefore, guys, it's extremely important that you learn financial literacy. And therefore, your next natural step should be to learn financial literacy as early as possible. Those of you who are here from beginning, I told you, I'll give you an opportunity to join the absolute mind-boggling course that I conduct on financial literacy, and that is WealthXL. This is your natural next step. Now I'll tell you why WealthXL, because I conduct this course exclusively for doctors. And our financial way of making money, way of investing, way of living is completely different than others. So it is extremely relevant to medical field only. Although the course value is around 80,000 plus GST, I told you that I'll give you an extremely powerful webinar special offer. So I want you to be here till the last moment. Go through the entire content. Take your wise decision. It's your money, your life. Okay? So what exactly the WealthXL course is? WealthXL course is a 4-day program. It's a 4-day program covered over the 2 weekends. One Saturday, Sunday in the month of February and one Saturday, Sunday in the month of March. You need to invest those 4 days, because those 4 days will help you to make 4 millions and 40 millions and 400 millions eventually, if you learn this. It's an extremely powerful course. Okay, let me share the course content also with you. Okay, let me share whatever questions you have, you can ask me towards the end. Okay, so what all topics I cover in WealthXL? The first thing, I talk about the psychology of money. If you were there till since beginning, I told you, on one side we all want money, on our other side our relationship with money is not right. So you need to start loving money. Okay, for that you need to start working on your psychology. How money is the mind game, how working on your mind will help you to become rich, how to identify your own money personality, how to identify your risk taking ability. So we do all this in the WealthXL course itself. So you will understand what kind of money personality you have. You will understand what kind of risk appetite you have. You will understand your own mental patterns. You will understand which mental patterns are good, which mental patterns are not good, your belief system about money, how to break those wrong mental patterns, how to better your belief system about money. We cover everything in WealthXL. It's a ready-made recipe. Then we also talk about financial literacy. What are the common financial mistakes we make? What is the difference between the asset and liabilities? What is a professional's life cycle? And what should be done in which stage of a professional life? Somebody asked at what time we should start investing, at what time we should complete these goals, everything. At what stage you should do what. A to Z about financial planning, what is financial pyramid, and how you should use this financial pyramid to become financially free. What are different financial traps? Extremely important to know. In depth, which you should keep yourself away from, because if you get trapped in only one of those traps, trust me, it can take lakhs and lakhs and millions of your rupees. Every single topic in this entire WealthXL course can save lakhs of rupees for you or give you lakhs of rupees. Okay, what is the difference between good loan and bad loan? Why you must take good loans and why you must avoid bad loans no matter what. What are the important ratios in your balance sheet which you should know. We talked everything about financial literacy. Look at this, how powerful it is. Going ahead, everything about taxation. What are the different tax laws for professionals? How you should do tax planning, how you should save tax wherever required, and what are the different tax compliances which you must know. Everything about taxes. Okay, then we also cover everything about financial security. Look at this. Cash. How much cash you should have? Because the more cash you keep, you become poorer by 7% every year. If you have 10 lakh rupees cash, it's going to become 9.3 lakh next year, the value. So there is, all these are called financial instruments, but there is a purpose, there is a principle behind every financial instrument. Why cash is required? How much cash you should have? What are different types of insurances which you should have? Most importantly, how much insurances which you should have. You should never be underinsured. Most importantly, never be overinsured. Very powerful topic. How to repay your loan faster even if your income is same. Can you believe this? How to repay your loans faster even if your practice remains same. Then, how to do retirement planning, how to calculate how much money you will need for retirement, how to systematically start keeping your aside aside for retirement planning, how to build that corpus, okay, everything about retirement planning. Then we also cover how to do financial goal setting in a very systematic way. Then you will understand, you will come to know about the financial enemies which you have and which you should keep yourself away from. Now there is a difference between the financial traps and financial enemies. Let me tell you. Okay, traps are small things, one timer. Enemies are lifetimers. Okay, what is credit score? What is the importance of civil score? What are the cardinal rules of money? And what is the importance of making the will? We talked everything about your financial security. Not just that, we talk everything about how to grow your money multifold. Now let me tell you something. When we talk about wealth creation doesn't mean growing your money by 5, 10, 15%. Wealth creation is growing your money multifold. Growing your money multifold. Achieving the stage of financial freedom and financial abundance. How to do that? Everything. What are the different stages of wealth creation? We talk about it very nicely. What are the different types of incomes and how you can have more than one sources of income? FD as a financial instrument. Shall you put your money in FD or not? If yes, how much? Duration. If no, why not? Shall you put your money in PPF or not? If yes, why? If no, why? Shall you put your money in government and corporate bonds or post office schemes? Everything about mutual funds, and most importantly, forget about everything about mutual funds. You will exactly come to know out of more than 1000 mutual funds in this country where to invest. Can you believe this? You will come to know in very simplistic manner where to invest. It's an absolute priceless learning. Absolute priceless. Stock market. Those of you who do not know anything about stock market, we will talk about stock market investing, stock market trading, what you should do, what you should not. Okay, friend, there is one slide in stock market investment in WealthXL. Out of around 8,000 companies which are there in Indian stock market, you will be able to find 10 best companies to invest in less than 1 month. If you know little bit about money already, a couple of weeks or a week. Imagine how priceless this is. And you can grow your money like crazy. Literally. I have had so many success stories myself. I purchased some share at rupees 8, sold it at 264. Purchased something at 112, sold it at 1600. Purchased something at 44, sold it at 950. This is what we call wealth creation. Okay, very, very important. Then commodities. Shall you invest in commodities or not? What do you mean by commodities? Gold, silver, all these things. Shall you invest or not? If yes, how? How much? For what duration? And what you should and you must avoid. Real estate investment. Shall you invest in real estate or not? If yes, how to choose the right real estate? What are the criteria of identifying the good properties? Absolute priceless. We talk about money management. We talk about wealth management, how to manage your money, how to manage your wealth, how to inculcate financial discipline, not just in you, but your next generation as well. What are the investment cycles? Extremely another powerful topic. Stock market has a cycle. Real estate has a different cycle. Commodities has a different cycle. If you know about investment cycles, when that cycle is starting, you just jump in and you create wealth in that cycle. So, what are different investment cycles? What is the secret? What are the different secrets of wealth creation? What are the cardinal rules of investment? What is the golden rule of money? And what is the ultimate money making secret? Super duper powerful, isn't it? Look at this curriculum. Absolute mind boggling, isn't it? For the doctors, by the doctor. Very importantly, I'll tell you, very importantly, in such a simplistic manner that you will not believe how much you understood, how much you learned, how much you gained in such a small time. Extremely powerful learning, guys. So I want you to invest these 4 days and the investment, because one tip I told you in the beginning, one learning, one piece of knowledge can make lakhs and lakhs of rupees for you and save lot of financial mistakes and going bankrupt like me. The dates for WealthXL 2024 are this. I conduct WealthXL only once in a year. 17th and 18th February and 16th and 17th March. Third weekend of Feb, third weekend of March. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Completely online. You can attend it from anywhere you are, and it's going to be equally, even more powerful than what this webinar has been for you. Powerful, isn't it? And there is another interesting thing. I always encourage people to attend offline sessions as well. And therefore, I'm going to conduct the day 3 and day 4 of WealthXL offline separately on 23rd and 24th of March. Day 1 and day 2 will be only once, only online on 17th and 18th of February. Day 3 and day 4 will be, you will have 2 opportunities to attend, either online or offline or both, your choice. Okay? It's extremely powerful thing. Now, the course value is 79,999 plus GST. It doesn't end here. There are few more things which you are going to get. You will get lifetime membership to attend WealthXL. Once a WealthXLite, always a WealthXLite. What does it mean? If you want to attend WealthXL next year, come back. Because finance is a very tough topic for doctors, and it is not very easy to understand everything about money in such a short time. So if you think I want to revise this particular topic, you come back on that day, right? How much money you have to pay for that, I'll tell you. Then you will get a very professional WealthXL workbook. It is priced at 10,000 rupees. You will get a very professional WealthXL workbook. We will have guest speakers also in WealthXL. And after WealthXL, you will get access to 2 live sessions, the free mastermind classes. That means once your day 1 and day 2 is over in the month of February, you will get to attend, opportunity to attend 1 online mastermind class, Zoom session in the month of March before your day 3 and day 4. And then you will get another opportunity to attend second mastermind in the month of April. So that if you have any further doubts, everything will get clarified. And all this will be absolutely free if you jump in tonight. So friends, what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to give you the one-time webinar special price to jump into the WealthXL. And I'll give you the payment schedule also. You don't have to pay the entire money at one time. Okay, there is a good news here. Because I genuinely want you people to learn and not make those horrible financial mistakes that I have made in my life. Okay, so I'll give you the webinar special price. I'll give you 15 minutes to jump into the WealthXL course. I'll share the payment link also with you. I'll put a countdown timer on, okay, and you have 15 minutes to make the payment. So the entire WealthXL curriculum, I showed you so many things, and every single topic, take my words, every single topic has the power to recover your course fees, not just 1-2 times, but 10 times. You will recover your course fees on day one itself. You will save more than your course fees before these 4 days ends, and you will create multifold wealth after the WealthXL with continuous WhatsApp support, with mastermind support. Okay, so the webinar special price for WealthXL 2024 is just 39,000 plus government GST, which is 18%. And the good news is you don't have to pay the entire 39,000 plus GST tonight. You just have to pay 9,000 plus GST now, 15,000 plus GST on 10th of February before WealthXL day 1 and day 2, and 15,000 plus GST on 10th of March before WealthXL day 3 and day 4. Okay, so if you want to jump in, just type I am in the chat box, because trust me, nobody, take my words, nobody will teach you all this about money at this price and in the most simplistic possible ways. So guys, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to disable the chat so that none of you should, okay, none of you should miss the link. I'm going to share the payment link here, and whatever questions you have, you can put your questions in the Q&A section here. There is a Q&A section. I'm sure you can see it in front of you. Okay, so put your money in the put your questions in the Q&A section, and here is the payment link. You can see the payment link in the chat, and your countdown time starts. Wait, your countdown your countdown starts now. Okay, yep. I'm so sorry, what is happening here? Yeah, okay, so all you have to do, okay, all you have to do is to just click on that payment link, fill your details properly, click next, go to the payment page, make the payment. Tonight you're going to pay 9,000 plus GST, right? Then you will pay 15,000 plus GST on 10th of February, and then you will pay 15,000 plus GST on 10th of March. So 3 installments, easy payment option, and only once in a year opportunity. You can ask the last year's WealthXL participants. I told them that the stock market is going to soar in the coming year. It's going to go miles high as compared to what it was last year. And all of us have seen what has happened. 15,000 points the Sensex has gone up in the last 1 year. Okay, it's absolute mind-boggling. Guys, I told you, one bullet point can help you to make lakhs of rupees. The entire WealthXL course fees will be recovered literally even before the WealthXL course ends. So this is the tuition fees for the WealthXL. If you want to come for offline WealthXL, whatever the hotel charges are there, those charges will only be different. You will have to pay those hotel charges, the victual charges, what we call it as, right? So make the payment, and meanwhile, if you have any questions, I'm going to answer your questions. Put your questions in the Q&A section here. And guys, those of you who have made the payment, put your name in the chat here so that I personally want you to welcome you in this wonderful, mind-blowing 4 days called WealthXL. Once you make the payment, put your name here. I would like to welcome personally. Okay, and meanwhile, I'll just answer. Will we get chance to repeat the course every year? Yes, free of cost. It's only if you pay for offline. Like if you come offline, you will have to pay the hotel charges, the victual charges, right? So then somebody says, what is LifeXL? I have heard that LifeXL has a module called WealthXL. If we enroll in WealthXL, can we deduct that later if you upgrade to LifeXL? Yes, 100%. Okay, 100%. And you will be able to do that. Okay. Somebody says, don't you feel it is expensive? Let me tell you, Dr. Venkat, it is super cheap. In fact, it is just a notional price you are paying. You pay 40,000 rupees. Imagine the kind of money you are going to save. I'll give you a very simple example. Okay, I'll give you a very simple example. When we talk about insurances, okay, there is one slide in the insurance. Then and there only, after going through that slide, your entire course fees will be recovered. Believe it or not. In one slide. Rashmi says, repeat the dates. I'll show the dates once again. What is LifeXL course? Don't worry about LifeXL. LifeXL, see, this is the payment link, Dr. Navdeep. Okay. The LifeXL is a holistic course and WealthXL is one course. So I'll talk about LifeXL during WealthXL and I'll give you opportunity to jump into WealthXL, LifeXL as well. Don't worry about that. Okay. Isha says, sir, I'm not available on these dates in the month of February. Isha, my very frank advice, those of you who have dates ka issues, my very frank advice, still attend day 3 and day 4. If you're not able to attend on day 3, day 4 dates, attend day 1 and day 2, because there is so much you will learn in 2 days which will be more than good for you to work on your money for the next 1 year. Okay. Even if you attend just 2 days, it's going to be super powerful and naturally you will be able to attend next year free of cost. So you don't have to pay the fees, even if the fees increases, because every year the fees increases. Okay. What if I want to attend the entire LifeXL? Chirag, jump into WealthXL. As I told you, your WealthXL fees will be deducted from LifeXL. Don't worry. First installment is refundable. Nothing is refundable. Okay. What are the charges of LifeXL? I'll tell you about LifeXL during WealthXL. Okay. Link once again. Here is the link. If it is not working, maybe there is a problem with the browser, you can just open this link, copy paste this link in Google Chrome. You will be able to do it. Okay. You will be able to do that. So meanwhile, display the link. See, the link is there in the okay, chat box actually. So is WealthXL part of LifeXL? Yes, it is. Okay, wonderful. So guys, meanwhile, let me just check how much time is left. Okay, cool. 9 minutes still there. So meanwhile, let me just first welcome those who have made the payment. I'll just go to the Razorpay because it's a Razorpay payment link, right? So I'll just go to Razorpay and confirm whose payments are received. Okay, and confirmed at our end. I'll just tell you in a moment. So, Dr. Surya Chaitanya Reddy, your payment is confirmed. Welcome on board, Dr. Surya. And let me tell you something. Okay, you genuinely, those of you who have paid, you genuinely have no idea what a powerful investment you have done for your own hard-earned money. Mark my words, WealthXL will not surpass your expectations. Whatever you can expect from this, WealthXL will not just surpass your expectations. It will surpass your imaginations as well. I'll come again. It will surpass your imaginations as well. It will blow your mind like crazy. Within next 1 year, all of you will land up either saving or making 5-10 lakh rupees at least. At least. It's that powerful. And when I'm saying this so many times, imagine I'm actually increasing your expectations So I'm actually taking a challenge for myself, but I know what we do. Okay. So welcome on board, Dr. Surya Chaitanya. Welcome on board, Dr. Chirag Mehta. Your payment is through. Wonderful. Welcome on board, Dr. Karma Lucky Bhutia. Okay. Pardon me if I am not pronouncing your spelling right. Meanwhile, Dr. Rishikesh, your payment has failed once. No, it is cleared later actually. Okay, I'll just, yeah. Dr. Rishikesh Kalgaonkar, welcome on board. Your payment is through. Then few of you have already created the payments, just waiting for the confirmation. Don't worry, you still have 6.5 minutes here. Dr. Amit. Meanwhile, Dr. Sarla. Yeah. Okay. Then, yeah, Dr. Rishikesh, your payment is through. Dr. Shraddha, your payment is through. Dr. Navdeep Saini, your payment is through. Welcome on board, Dr. Navdeep. Then, Dr. Ramsha Firdaus, welcome on board. Your payment is confirmed. Dr. Sarla Jadhav, welcome on board. Your payment is confirmed. Wonderful. So guys, as I told you, get ready and get excited to learn something extremely powerful before the next financial year starts on 1st of April. Because this is the best time that you learn here and you start implementing it in the next financial year. Okay, very, very simple. Then somebody asked, will it be recorded? No. WealthXL is always live because every single time with different questions, the context changes, the discussion changes. So WealthXL is never recorded, it's always live. So can anybody tell me for the dates? Guys, here are the dates for the, just a minute, I'll go to the previous slide. Wait, where are the dates? Yeah. I'm sure you can see the dates now. So 17th and 18th February online, 16th and 17th March online, day 3, day 4. And day 3, day 4 will be repeated once again offline on 23rd and 24th March. Okay, just take a screenshot for the dates, right? And Suvarna says unable to copy paste. So, Dr. Suvarna, you can just contact or just send a WhatsApp message to this number 9225492488. Okay. Meanwhile, any other question? If we have, if at any point of time I need your suggestion regarding investment in a particular stock, will I get that? See, yes, but I'll tell you what, you will learn how to select the right stocks. I don't give tips. Okay, I don't give tips because the tips can go wrong. The principles will always work. Okay, how good is it to invest in FDs? Avanti, always remember, every single financial instrument, okay, every single financial instrument has a purpose. I already told you. So FD also has a purpose. There is a reason why FDs are made. You will learn everything, don't worry. Okay, meanwhile, few more people have paid. Let me just tell you whose payments have been confirmed. Dr. Rachna, your payment is through. Welcome on board, Dr. Rachna. Good to have you here. Then Dr. Kunjan Joshi, your payment is through. Welcome on board, Dr. Kunjan. And then one payment which has failed, but then eventually it got created, right? Okay, wonderful. So if there's anybody, any other question, how much to pay now? Oh, क्या हो गया भाई? See, I'm sure you can see the payment details. The entire course value is just 39,000 plus GST. Okay. You have to pay 9,000 plus GST now, 15,000 plus GST on 10th Feb, 15,000 plus GST on 10th March. Simple. Right? Just take a screenshot again. First installment is refundable. I already said nothing is refundable. Okay, if you trust yourself, if you trust me, put your money. Thousands of people already do that, by the way. Okay, so you don't have to call on that number, ma'am. It's 11 o'clock. Okay, just drop a WhatsApp message. Come on. Okay, you don't have to call on that number, and you don't need to actually, rather. Okay, just let me just put the charger here. Okay, so few more payments are confirmed. Yes, I'll just give you the confirmation. Dr. Shilpa Gandhi, your payment is through. Welcome on board. Then Kunjan Doshi, I already said. Dr. Rashmi, your payment is through. Yes, welcome on board. Dr. Sudhir, your payment has failed because you may have cancelled the payment. That's what is the narration here. Okay, so guys, wonderful. So those of you who have, yeah, Dr. Surya Chaitanya, I already took your name. Okay, Dr. Pushpak has paid with the name Vaidehi. Good. Now, guys, only 1.5 minutes left. Your choice, your hard-earned money, your life. Okay, what can I say? See, I'll tell you what. You think 40,000 rupees is more. You will understand how less this amount is, because it is going to give you the roadmap to create lakhs, millions and crores in the future. Always remember, see, there are three kind of people here, by the way. Those who have already paid, who understood the value, the depth of it, and who have done the payment. Those who have left because they think they know it, they will do it themselves. And there are still 100+ people here till the last minute who are sitting on the fence, not putting that investment of time, efforts and money for your own growth. Yeah, of course you will get the receipt, Dr. Navdeep, no doubt about it. Everything is in white, don't worry. This is the payment link once again, one last time. Guys, those of you who are sitting on the fence, let me tell you something. You think this is too much? Not at all. I'm telling you this again and again because one single advice can give you millions of rupees in life. Rest is always a choice. I want to leave you with these 5 questions. As we conclude this, the link will be valid for some more time. Okay? Only. The time is up. Those of you who are sitting on the fence, I want to leave you with these 5 questions. If not you, then who? See, those who wanted to jump in, they have jumped in. Those who wanted to leave, they have already left. If not you, then who? You are here till the last moment. That means, I'll tell you honestly, you are already convinced. It's just that you don't want to make that investment for your own money. Guys, think about it. The next WealthXL will happen after 1 year. If you'll end up making some mistake by that time, and if it costs you lakhs of rupees, what's the value of WealthXL? Because I have seen this happening in the past. Because doctors are bad money managers. February session offline available? No. February is online only. March, both options. If you want to learn offline, if you think you can connect, learn offline better, come offline. But let me tell you something. You go through my online session and you will understand it is equally powerful. Okay. So, Dr. Ganesh, your payment has failed 2-3 times. So either it is delay in the response from your UPI app, and that's why you have cancelled the payment. If you are serious about attending, I'll tell you another solution. You, instead of UPI payment, you make payment by net banking, credit card, debit card, something else. Just change the payment method. Okay. Meanwhile, Dr. Anup, your payment has failed because it shows that your payment has been cancelled. Like you have cancelled the payment. Okay. So the point is, guys, leaving this, where the offline session will be held, good question. It's in Pune. Okay. Offline session will be in Pune. Is there any book which you recommend before joining the course? No. I will recommend you 5, 6, 7 books during the course, after the course. Because if you read anything now, it will be like, oh my God. Okay? I don't want to confuse you people now. I want to make things extremely simple. Okay? Extremely simple. Before you start growing and growing and growing financially. One last time, sharing the payment link. Everybody who was present here, guys, thank you so much for showing up. I'm sure if you have not enrolled in the course, it still gave you a lot of insights about what all we need to know about money and what you still don't know about money. Those of you who have enrolled, congratulations guys, welcome on board. You have made probably the best investment on your money in your life. You will realize it before the new financial year starts. I promise you once again, WealthXL will not surpass your expectations. It will surpass your imaginations as well. Okay? It is that mind blowing. Okay? So in the heat of like that Q&A, I forgot to show you one extremely powerful testimonial. A certified financial planner from Pune had attended WealthXL. And look what he says. A certified financial planner.
Rich and happy greetings, friends. I'm Ashish Bhave, Money and Life Freedom Coach from Pune. I help people to earn money, grow money, and use money in right way. So I'm a money specialist. I'm in this field since from 2005. Last year, I attended Dr. Sujit Pardeshi's WealthXL. And really to tell you, even if after this many years in the field, I really enjoyed that 3 days. Why? Because finance made simple, wealth made simple. I assure you that if you attend WealthXL, most of your financial worries, financial problems will go away like poof. And it is also made simple for you, made simple to understand, made simple to taking action as well as to get benefits. You know that simple things are most difficult things in this world. There are many things which will get complicated, and most of the time finance is always considered as a complex thing. However, WealthXL will make it simple for you. And it is about all things. It is about savings, it is about investing, it is about taking right action about your cash flows, it is about your savings account, insurance, all that things. Everything which you are think of, or I will say, even the things which you are not aware of, you will get aware in this WealthXL. So I highly recommend you all to attend this WealthXL to start a new beautiful experience about wealth, about money in your life.
Powerful, isn't it? So with this, guys, this is Dr. Sujit Pardeshi signing off from this webinar. Just a minute, there are a few messages in the chat. Let me just check. Oh yes, Dr. Ganesh, your payment is through finally. Okay, so welcome on board. You just caught the train like DDLJ. Okay, wonderful. So guys, thank you so much one and all for being here. Those of you who have made the payment, don't worry, we will get back to you in the due course of time. You will be added to the WhatsApp group, given all the instructions, given the workbook, everything will happen. Don't do anything for the next couple of weeks. Okay? Enjoy your time and get ready and get excited. Dr. Ankit, just call on this number, don't call, just send a WhatsApp message on this number, 9225 492 488. Okay? And they will help you if there is any issue. Okay? So guys, this is Dr. Sujit Pardeshi signing off. Thank you so much for being here, showing up for yourself, and I'm sure you learn at least a thing or two about money, or at least many things which you don't know about money. At least you got aware about it. Awareness is the first step towards change. Now it's your duty to change. All the best to become a super successful and a rich doctor. Thank you so much. God bless, and I'll see you on the other side in WealthXL. Thank you.